Okay, so in real time, when you started the project, okay, so there will be like tree landscape. Okay, it's not fixed. This one it depends on the client, the capability, how they want to go ahead. They can go ahead at different landscapes. Okay, so generally like tree landscapes and four landscapes. Okay, that will be there. Okay, in this case, if I talk generally, there will be like tree landscape. One is the development system. Okay, a development server, okay, and quality server and
Okay.
production server. Okay, so how we did now, each server, okay, each server have the different instance numbers and applications number, okay, application server number, and okay, the number will be different. Okay, each development system and quality system. Okay, again, if you see that, okay, when I just start this one, okay, so if you observe this one, there will be like when I just click on this one, okay, there will be a client number. Okay,
Hmm.
so you see that this is client number, right?
Okay.
Okay, so this client number will be different for the different clients. Okay, depends on the
Mhm.
how they created. Okay, so it's all is customized how they can how they want to be start. But in the standard we have some of the client IDs are there. Okay, so those are will be the predefined from the SAP. Okay, so it will be like 800. Okay, 800 is there for education purpose.
Mhm.
Okay, so we generally call as IDS. Okay, server. IDS server is nothing but like it's a education purpose. The SAP provided default to 800. Okay, and there will be like 000. Okay, that is the client copy. Okay, that means in case there is any disturbancy or from the existing one, if you want to
Hmm.
be create any customized IDS server, that means as you said, right, different clients have a different client different numbers, right? So
Okay.
they want to be go ahead with to create a new development system, and they want to be go ahead with a new client. Okay, each and every development system and quality system, production system, what they will do, they will copy from the 000 generally. So
Okay.
it is the purpose of client copy, which will be like predefined settings, everything it will be there. 000.
Okay.
Okay, it's like a backup, right, related. We can, whenever we trying to create anything, the base system. Okay, so they will be creating copying from this 000, and they will be creating the ID, new client ID. Okay,
Okay.
now this is these two should not be used any client. Okay, so these are for the predefined, and it is for the education purpose. Now coming to the development system, okay, let's try in the understanding about the development system, what it is development system, okay, and where we are using this development system, how we can use it. Okay, so generally in the development server, okay, there will be like different cases. Okay,
Okay.
so what cases it will be like? Okay, we can have the golden client, okay, and we can have the testing client, okay, we can have the sandbox client, okay, or we have a technical client, okay, and we have might be we have the unit testing client, unit testing client. So what are the difference here? Okay, so if you see that this golden client, okay, our golden client or it is a configuration client. So majorly this is only we are using for the configuration. Okay, so we cannot do anything other than this configuration. So just we will be doing any modifications in the backend, whatever might be. If suppose I want to create a plant, new plant I want to create, so then you need to go in the golden client and you have to be create in the golden client. Okay, so the configuration, customization, all it will be happen in the golden client.
Configuration and customization. Okay.
Yeah. And technical is the client, technical client is especially for the, okay, for
Estimation.
ABAPer.
Okay. APA.
ABAPer.
Okay.
What do you mean by ABAPer? ABAPer will do the, okay, code changes. okay, or say any of the code changes, or okay, any design in the screen, okay, or it may be any report design, whatever it may be, all it is customizations, all it is like, okay, developments, it will be they will be doing the technical client, okay.
Okay.
Okay, and this testing client and the sandbox and unit testing. Okay, sandbox is nothing but like a it's completely for the how we are doing for idea server, how we are using for idea server. Like sandbox will be like to if you want to do some trial. Okay, you want if you want to do some trial and test something which is like, okay, you can do in the sandbox. Okay, so let's say
Trial and test.
I
Okay.
got some requirement. Okay, I got some requirement, but I'm not sure that if I did the configuration, whether it will be work or not. Okay, I just want to do that sequentially,
Mm.
trial into the system. Okay, so I can use the sandbox. Okay, it's kind of the scrap box. Like we can use anything, we can do anything. Okay,
Okay.
okay, and this testing client and unit testing client, or it will be like, okay, if they want to do the testing after configuration or any code changes, if you want to do that, okay, then they can do the this unit testing. Okay, so mostly only one will be there. Okay, only one will be there, unit testing or testing client, whatever it may be, it's still the same. Okay, so in this unit testing client, what we'll do, whatever the configurations and whatever we did code changes, those codes will be moved to unit testing client, and we will be performing the testing there, whether what changes it is happening, whether this is working or not. Okay, if still we need to do any modification on that. Okay, so
Okay.
that we will be doing unit test in the unit test client, we can do that. Okay, okay. Okay, so how, sir, how, is really we need all these clients? No, not required. Depends on your client. Okay, if they want to go ahead with all this sequence, they can go ahead. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
or else if they don't want sandbox, so whatever it may be, I can try directly in the golden client and I can do the unit testing directly. If I don't want to go with the sandbox, then they can skip it. Okay.
Okay.
So it depends on the client how they want to go ahead. But if they want to add one, two more, or three more clients for the some other activities, they can go ahead. So it depends on that. Okay, because when it is increasing the client IDs, it is impacting on the development server, because every server have the limited capability, right? So there will be something like limited capability. Like if suppose I have mobile, so I have mobile. If I can say like PC. If I'm doing that drives partition, what will be happen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, C drive, D drive, E drive, G drive. How it will be partition we did. Okay,
Yeah.
so when I just store the more load into the drives, okay, obviously it will be overloaded, right?
Yeah.
When it
Mm.
is less. So depends on that. Okay, what capability it will like, they can be do that. Clear?
Okay.
Okay, so this is development system, and so in this development system majorly, okay, functional consultant, functional consultant, and technical consultant. Okay, they have the access and they will be performing these activities. Okay, if they have the sandbox, okay, okay, that is also like if they want to give it to user, they can give it up. Okay, or else it is not necessary. Okay, depends on that. Okay, and now coming to the quality
Um,
server. Okay, so quality server.
Okay.
Okay, now in this quality server, what we have? We might be have the again. It is what it is necessary. It depends on that. Okay, so there will be like quality system. In the quality system, uh, like we can say like consultant level, there will be a testing client. Okay, we can say simply quality client. Okay, for we from a consultant. Okay, and there will be a quality client for users. Okay, for users and stakeholders who will be core team members. Okay, so for all this team. Okay, so we have the this client. Okay, so we can say pre-quality and quality. Okay, pre-quality and quality. So what is the difference? Why we need this? Okay, so generally it will be like single only. Okay, or if they want to go with two different, what you can do? Once you tested golden client, okay, once you did the configuration and once it is moved to unit testing and you did the testing as per the requirement, okay, okay, then what we will do, if everything it looks good, okay, I'm just releasing this to pre-check the pre-quality system. Okay, so it is moving the changes from here to the development system to quality system. Okay, so
Okay.
here what we'll do, first we will check that consultant level, okay, whether the changes are moved, and I will do some more testings, the pre-quality check, okay, pre-quality system, and will inform that okay, these are the cases we tested, and these are the configuration, these are the changes which we moved. Okay, so if everything looks good, then we'll be intimate to the users, core team members, to perform this testing from their side. Okay, so that we call as user acceptance testing. Okay, okay, we'll prepare the, already we prepared the cases, right? The testing cases, everything we prepared, right? That we will be sharing to the users and core team members, and we did the testing, and we already configured everything, and changes also already completed. Whatever it may be, it's like configuration or it may be code changes, whatever it may be. So depends on the client requirement whether it is working or not. If it is working, then that will be the display here. Okay, that will be we are moving from here to here, and we are giving to the client, okay, our users to test this. Okay, so because might be I know that to 10 cases, but real time when they are performing case to case, they have the multiple cases from the user side. So that's why we are giving to the user, okay, where please test from your end and let me know if you need to do any changes. Okay, again. So if everything is good, then they will be accept, and okay, they can say that okay, okay. If it is not accepted and still we are getting some facing some issue and it is not has not for the requirement, then what we can do, again we'll go to golden client and technical, if any what are the changes which is required, we'll perform, and again we'll do the unit testing, then we'll move to pre-check and again post. Okay, so this is the cycle. Okay, so some most probably it will be only single client. Okay, most probably it will be a single client, but it is sometimes depends on the client. If they want to go ahead with multiple clients, as I said, they can go ahead. Okay, and the next one is, okay, are you clear this one?
Little bit actually, like
Okay,
I'm not.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay,
The quality server, like it's not much clear for me.
okay, so is it quality system you are not clear, or it is like
The quality server, yeah.
okay, quality server, it is not okay. If you did something design, okay, suppose you manufacture something, okay, so how you will do, okay, how the someone who ordered something, let's say I just given car for washing and servicing, okay, so they said that okay, everything is fixed now, everything it's good, okay, now they hand out to you, okay, they hand out to you, and they're asking that to do the some test drive,
Okay.
right? Okay, so once you did the test drive and everything, if it looks good, then only you will be accepting, or else you will not be accept, right?
Okay. Exactly.
Because you know that why, because you know the business, and you already know that your vehicle the condition. So earlier you know that the condition, so that's now you are checking each and everything. Okay, this is the problem I have earlier. Okay, so I'm doing this, I'm just checking this one. The same case here, when client is requesting to do some configuration or some changes or some new configuration or coding changes, whether that is working or not working, how user know. So they will be
Okay.
performing the testing here. So here you can say testing performed by our users. Here how we are doing from our end. It is
Okay.
the consultant.
Okay.
Okay, this is the consultant and this is the users. Okay, so is it clear?
Yeah, now it seems clear. Yeah.
Okay, so I hope you understand now what is the difference between the consultant and user and core team member. Difference, right?
Okay.
Right. Consultants are whoever they designed. Okay,
Yeah.
whoever they
Yeah.
design and whoever their modification doing, whoever they're doing in the back end, those are the consultants. Okay,
Okay.
supporting to the team. Those are the uh, consultants, and users and core team members are they are performing live on transactions, PO creation, purchase requisitions, and the business transactions. All these will be by users and core team members. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so we can say users or we can say end users. Okay, if you
All
want to
right.
understand end users also we can say. Okay, so users like how it will like users sometimes might be consultants also users because they are creating user ID for so generally the prospect to like okay users is nothing but all the person who are using the SAP system they are the users. So
Yeah.
but I can say like end users that is like business side what they're performing. Okay,
Okay.
clear? Yeah.
Hmm.
Now production system. Okay, so here also we have pre-production system. Okay, here also how we accelerate pre-quality, like here also pre-production system, okay, and production system. Okay, so it depends again. Okay, it depends again if they want to go ahead with the new system, new two clients, they can go ahead with pre-production and the production system. Or they don't want to be pre-production, then they can go with the production. So obviously,
Okay.
I think you already understand here. After quality check and everything accepted,
Yeah.
they will be going to the pre-production and production. So
Okay.
this is the live system. Okay? So live system in the business from business side. Okay,
Okay.
that means if they're getting orders from customer live of you getting that. Okay, so that is a live. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so pre-production again, and it will like if I'm just moving this to pre-production, okay, I will just look into that whether any impact on the existing system, okay, and any impact on the performance, okay, all these things they will be recheck again because once it is going to live system, if it is any impacting this code, if I did code changes, if that is moving to a live system and if it is impacting on the whole transaction, then the entire business will be sometimes business will be stopped because there will be like so many syntax errors and bugs will be fixed, right? So
Yeah.
in this case,
Okay.
first you need to check in the pre-production whether everything is looks good, and we can move to production system. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So now, how we can differentiate this all based on the client ID. Okay, client number. So I just shown right client number which is like 800 000, right? How
Hmm.
it is like here also the like client numbers will be there. Okay, it depends on the client how they want to go ahead. They can go ahead. Okay, generally I can see like 100. Okay, and I can see like 120. Okay, and I can see like it is 110. Okay, and I can see this is like 140. Okay, generally it's like okay. So might be it will be 0001, 001, 002, 003. How they can understand that ID number, they can go ahead. Okay.
Okay.
Again here like 500 and 510. Okay. And again here production system is sometimes it will be like can say like 010 or 020. Okay. Depends then. Okay. The ID number
Okay.
it's not fixed then. It's not default or it's not fixed. It will be depends on the client how they want to go ahead that region number. Okay.
Okay.
Now Now, to whatever we did the changes, okay, whatever we did the configuration or whatever we did the technical code changes, Those are all, it is how we know that what changes it is we did, how we know that what changes we have to move to the production system, quality system, how system knows about that. Okay, so for this, what we will do, there will be a number will be generated when you changing the configuration or code changes. There will be one number will be generated for each unit. Okay, when you did the configuration, entire configuration, it will be generate one number. Okay, and that we called as a transport request TR number. Okay, transport request number. Okay, so this transport request number have the, okay, each transport request number have the what set of the changes you did. Okay, once, okay, so how we system knows that it's every time it will be generated the transport request number, but until you confirm that okay this changes is enough for this one transport request number. Okay, it will be like only single tier number. Okay, that means like assume that I just creating the site number, plan number. Okay, so now I created plan number, I created a plant address, and whatever it is required, all the configuration which is related to plant assignments and everything I did. Okay, so these are all changes will be in the one transport request number. Okay, so how system knows that if somebody they are doing, if I'm doing some other changes, okay, and whether those are to be included into the this transport request number or it is a different transport request number. So that's, so you can create a separate transport request number. Okay, or you can include into the same request, same transport request number. Okay, when
Okay.
you changing the some configuration, you can select that. Okay, what transport request number you want to be select, you can select. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, once it is completed transport request number. Okay, and if you are okay, you did the testing, unit testing, everything is completed. If you are planning to move to the quality system, okay, this changes, then what you need to do, that transport request number should be in the status of release.
Okay.
Okay, if you did the release, okay, that means the transport request number entirely it is done. Okay, there is no further adding into the, no further adding configuration into this transport request number. Okay, once if it is released. Okay, if it
Mm.
is modifiable, then you can do a number of configurations what you want to do, and you can add those steps and into the one transport request number. Okay,
Okay.
but here what you need to understand here one thing. Okay, if you want to move the changes, okay, if you want to move the changes from one transport, okay, from golden client to unit testing, okay, no need to release. Okay, even if it is a modifiable also, you can move the changes from the golden client to unit test. Okay, but if you want to move from development system to quality system, okay, from development server to quality server, then what you need to do, you need to be perform. Okay, you need to be performed to release the transport request number. Okay,
Okay.
and this golden client to unit testing, okay, we can do, even functional consultant can do, technical consultant can do this change, this moment. But if you want to do from development system to quality server, okay, there must be a basis consultant. Okay, there will be a separate technical consultant will be there, basis consultant. Though we have to request them and to move the changes to quality system. Okay,
Okay.
sometimes what will be happen, there will be auto transport. Okay, if the auto transport configured by a client, okay, if they want, they don't want to be separately transport these changes to quality system every time manually. If they want to go with automatic transport, what they can do, they can run the some jobs, backend jobs. That means every frequently the system will be automatically running these transactions, the transport. Once you release the transport, okay, once only the released transports only will be moved to quality system automatically.
Okay.
Okay, you got it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so because we are doing so many changes. Sometimes what will happen, we have created multiple transport request numbers for the same configuration. So every time if I am approaching to basis team, they have this, they have their own works and it is irritating to them, right? So what they can do, they can auto transport request number once it is released. Okay, that means it is your responsibility. If you release that, that means you are okay to move the changes to quality system. Okay, so the transport, if it is released, then it is moved to quality system automatically. Okay, but from the quality system to production system, obviously you need the approvals at a high level, and you need to be maintain proper testing cases, and you need to be do some proper steps. Okay, then only it will be moved to production. Okay,
Okay. I agree. Yeah,
right. So because this is live system, right? It should not be impact anything, right?
exactly. That's live system. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what, okay, transport request number. So until there is a modification, until in the modifiable test state of status of the transport request number, if it is modifiable, then you can do whatever you want to. Might be if you want to delete the transport request number, you can delete. You can delete the configuration if you did something wrongly. If I don't want to be transport that to setting, then you can delete that setting. Okay, and okay, whatever you want, you can do it in this transport. Even description, you can, if you want to change the description, you can change it. Okay, whatever you want, you can do when it is the status of modifiable. Okay,
Okay.
but if you once it is released, you cannot do anything. Okay, you cannot add. Okay, if you want to add anything, again, what you have to do, you have to be create one more transport request. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe we could see that, while we're doing some the live things.
Yeah, the live system, you can see this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I can see you in the system how it will be like transport request number. Okay, you will get idea about that because you okay. So if I just go transport request number, the transaction code is SC09. Okay. So here what we can do, you can see that transport request number here. This is the modifiable status. Okay. So in this modifiable status, I did access sequence for purchase order, access sequence like this one.
Okay.
Okay. So
Mm.
this is what we did the changes, all it will be stored here. Okay. So in case if you don't need, you can delete from their configuration. Okay. So like it will be modifiable. If it is released, what will be happen release? Okay, I just select the release. I can see that. Okay, there is nothing released. If I suppose I'm just planning to release, let's say how we can release this one. Okay, so for the what you need to, there will every main transport request number have the sub transport request number. Okay, okay. So I can create a number of sub transport request numbers under the main transport request number. Okay, so I'm just selecting this one and click on this release directly. Okay, if you did this release, okay, then the changes is ready to move to next server. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so now so there will be a two types of the request. One is customizing request and one is workbench. Okay, so what do you mean by these two? Okay, if you see that it will be like workbench and there is a customizing. Okay, so workbench is nothing but like a if the technical code changes or some database table level changes. Okay, those it will be stored in the workbench transport request number. And if it is configuration, okay, I just created that to some plan or something like it is like those it will be like in the customizing. Okay, so there is a two types of the transports number. So workbench and customizing. Clear?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we can differentiate based on the transport request number and based on the type. I can say that okay, whether this is created by configuration functional consultant or technical consultant. So functional consultant will do the configuration and technical consultant will do the code changes.
Okay.
Okay. Clear?
Mm.
Sure. And the live system, okay. I can say here, I said these are the majorly for the consultants. And again, here coming to here, again, consultant will have the access for this one. Okay. And here again, it will be like for the end users. and core team members, whoever the core team members are there. Okay, and sometimes we have basic level basic level of access to consultant, because whatever if they're getting some problem, then we should be have the access, right? Some basic level access will be have to check that what it is getting problem. Okay, so generally if they want to be restrict this kind of that, if they want to be in the only one quality system, they don't need the pre-quality client. Okay, obviously they can have the everyone have the access. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now coming to pre-production and production again. Okay, so pre-production again will have the access to her. Okay, for a consultant we have access, and okay, even end users have the access, and the core team members have the access. Okay, so because once it is moved to pre-production, they will validate and will check that. Okay, will check that. So again here also basic level only. Okay, basic level only, not at admin level, not at admin level. Okay, and coming to here, it's only for the end users and the core team members. Okay, have the access because they are performing the live. Okay, only transaction, but we have only consultant have the only display access.
Okay.
Consultant have the display access only, because we should not perform anything. But anything, if you want to see that, if somebody they are asking that I want to see this report kind of things, and if you want to see that there is some problem which we are getting, okay, we just need to see that what data they entered in the PO or something. So we have only for a display access. Okay, in case sometimes what will happen. Okay, in case still client is okay, there is some problem, but user cannot able to perform that, but client is accepting that. Okay, you can go production system and to do the modification in the transport, sorry, not in the transport, transaction code in the business process, but I don't have access, right? As I said, I don't have access because we are the only not owners, right? So in this case what we can do, we can request them to provide the access to us. Okay, so for this what they will do, they will give the FFID.
Okay.
So five-factor access. Okay, can say five-factor access. Okay, so this ID, using this ID, five-factor access ID, okay, they will be recording that what changes you are performing using this FFID. Okay, and what changes you did. Okay, everything it will be recorded. Okay, so if I have the FFID, I can do the I can go with the change of the master data, a change of the transaction data, and I can perform. Not configuration, only master data and transaction data. So whatever the end users have the access, that we will be have the access. The five-factor ID, but you should be have the FFID. Okay, this FFID will be created by system with access. That is also like a limitation. Okay, if I requested only for the purchase order, then they will give only for the purchase order. They will not give for others. Okay.
Okay.
Clear? Is it clear?
Yeah. I think it should be good. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the five-factor access, five-factor ID. You can say five-factor ID. Okay. So every time you need to be access, you need to be request when you want to be modify or something in the production system. Okay. So
Okay.
this is what general client in the live system how it will be happen. Okay. So as we said, we have three types of data. When we just talking about the data, we have configuration data, okay, and we have master data, okay, and we have transactional data. Okay. So obviously, I think you already understand about what is the configuration data, right?
Yeah.
Configuration
Now.
data is
Yeah.
what we are performing in the backend.
Yeah.
The changes. Okay, and master data, which we already discussed. Okay, one-time record which we are creating for performing the live business transaction. Okay, and transactional data, It's like a live business transactions, how we are creating purchase requisition, purchase orders. Okay, this is regular. Every moment it will be changed. Okay, if I create one purchase requisition, might be I can create one more purchase requisition for other requirement. So it depends on the different requirements. The purchase requisitions, purchase orders, GRNs will be created. So it's a transaction to transaction will be changed. But master
Okay.
data will be like it's like one time. Okay, if I create a one product, the product ID which is unique ID for that product. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Okay.
Okay, so these three data. Okay, so if when you log into system, okay, you need to be logging with your user ID and password. So when you joining to the client location or clients, any client, they will provide your separate user ID. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and there will be enter this password. You have to enter the password. Okay, if
Mhm.
suppose, okay, suppose there will be have the okay, you can have the option like you can change the language also. If I change the language E into DE, then it will be log into German language. Okay, you
Okay.
it depends ZH if it's China. Okay, like it will be like it will be
Mm.
different
Okay.
languages. And this is a client ID, which is different client ID. If you want to change the password, you can change the password as well. Okay,
Okay.
and suppose I log in first one. Okay, so somebody they try to log in to your ID. Okay, suppose let's say I'm trying to log in again. Okay, now if you see that, okay, it's like showing that license information for multiple logins. Okay, it will be like who logging this one and okay, whether you want to be terminate from your end and continue other users who are performing, or you want to be terminate that guy who are performing, who are working in your system, just terminate that and you want to be continue. Okay,
Acha. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
and there is a one more option also it is there. Okay, that is a multiple users can access. Okay, so
Okay.
depends on the settings. Okay, depends on the settings. Okay, they can give the multiple user access also. Okay, okay, one ID can use the multiple IDs, multiple users. Okay, in that case we have the top one more options will be there. That option will be like okay, continue with the login and accepting to the other logins as well. Okay,
Okay.
so that will be like multiple users access. Okay, so generally how it will be like in the client location. So what will be happen in the live system? Generally, they will not give the they will not give this multiple access, multiple logins. Okay, they will give only for a single login to because it's a unique for you. Okay, as your user, as your business user, you have the unique ID because tomorrow if you did anything wrong, then it is sorry. So tomorrow, if you did anything wrong, they will identify you based on the okay, based from this ID they perform this transactions. So it's wrong with you, right? So they can
Yeah. Yeah.
unique it will be like. But in the development system and the quality system, sometimes it might be have the multiple users depends on the client. Okay, how they want to go ahead. Okay, in that case, might be the entire group we have the one access. Okay, so multiple users also can log in. Okay, so why it is restricted? Because I will tell you why it is restricted. Okay, so one thing is security wise it is restricted. The second wise is okay, SAP level. Okay, they have the some expensive. Okay, that means each and every user creation. Okay, how many users they are using this system based on the also they will be the expense will be there. Okay, if it is a cloud system, if it is cloud system or it is a on premises system. Okay, if I'm using multiple users based on the users also when you creating, they have to be take the license from the SAP side. Okay, so based on the users, how many users they created, how many active users are there, based on that also they have to pay some amount. Okay, so
Okay.
like segment like okay, I can give thousand IDs, thousand user license. Okay, then maybe it's like $100 to $100. If it is 10,000 users IDs, then it will be like again 1,000 bucks or something like. Okay,
Mm.
clear?
Okay.
Okay, so every year auditing will go auditing at every company have the auditing on every year. Okay, so they will check that, okay, if there is anything which is like multiple users they are logging, okay, and anything which they are doing wrongly process wise or anything, that they will check and they will be punished based on the penalty. They will go ahead with the penalties. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what. Okay, and even here also, if you see that if we bought from outside this access, so obviously they will give only unique, because if they giving to the multiple user option, then what will be happen? I can use and you can use, or someone can use at a time, right?
Hmm.
So that's what they will give only for the unique to the unique user. Okay, clear?
Okay. All
So
right.
this is what the entire system. So here you can create your transactions. So if you want to run the any process, okay, you have to be enter the transaction code. So every time we have the one transaction code. Every process have this create purchase order. There is one transaction code. Create metal master card, one transaction code. Okay. So if you want to be performed, you have to be enter here ME21N. Okay.
Okay.
So then it is a create purchase order. It will be go that application. Okay.
All right.
Okay, and this is the we call transaction code. Okay, and there will be like slash n. Okay, if I have opened that 10, suppose I have opened 2 3 sections. Okay, so I don't want to be all these sections. I want to close one by one section. Okay, then I can click on slash n. Okay, and I can close this one. Okay, or if I'm there in the ME21N, okay, I just want to go back. Okay, and I want to perform some other transactions. Okay, what I can do, I can click on slash n ME51N. So this is the it will be close the existing transaction, and it will be open new transaction which is purchase requisition.
Okay.
Okay, if suppose I don't want to close this transaction, but I just open one more section. Okay, then I can use the slash o ME21N. Okay, then what will
Okay.
happen? Create purchase order is there, and even create purchase requisition also is there. Sequentially we can see 2 screens. Okay, so there will be a maximum we can open 8 sections. Okay, like we can open the 8 screens, okay, at a time, but it depends again, if they're restricted like 4 or 3 6. Okay, it depends on that, how many we can open at a time. That depends on the again settings. Okay,
Okay.
clear? Okay,
Sounds good.
and
Yeah.
you can if you want to change the configuration, sorry, if you want to change the um, password. Okay, sorry, where is this going? C01. Okay, you don't have authorization. Okay, then issue 1D. Okay, issue 1. Okay, so you can go here and you can change the password. Okay, this is the profile they created. Okay, so the user ID and the date when it is created. Okay, and the name of the user, and okay, and I can see the telephone number, mobile number, and a fax number. In real time, these are very important, because based on email ID and phone number, they will contact that, right? So
Mm.
in real time, it will be very important. So from our side, if you want to change the password, you can change here. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll give you a separate unique ID for you. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So
All right. So
this is
please do
what.
share the recording actually for today's
Sure,
session.
definitely I'll share
I'll
you.
just refer once again
Sure. So
before our
definitely.
next class.
Okay, sure. Okay, so these are the basic things how to operate this one. Again, there are so many icons here, there, log off, one, print, find, okay, and up and down. If there is a 10 pages are there in the same screen, I can use up and down. Okay, if you want to go with that section, if I want to open that instead of slash o, okay, I can use this like, okay, it will be open one more section. Okay, so I can see that 2 sections it is open. Okay, so this is what I can do. Okay, and then this is a shortcut. If you want to save that, and this is a customized setups here. Okay, So if suppose I'm just changing this one, these numbers will not be displayed. If I suppose I'm just changing this one and apply, okay, and okay, then what will be happen? Okay, I will log off and log in. I'll show you what it is different here. Okay, if I go to MA21N, what will be happen? Here I cannot see that the code number. Okay, so I can see only description here. If I change this one options and I just put that, okay, I need a code as well. Okay, the code, and I can see that, okay, there will be like NB, UB, ZUB, like this. Okay, the code also it will display. Okay, so that we will discuss furtherly how it will be like. Okay, but this is the basic things. Okay, you can create
Yeah, it's too
favorites
much
also
to
because,
understand actually. Yeah, in one go.
sorry.
Yeah, it's too much to understand in one go.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, then I think, yeah, these are favorites and folders. You can create a
Okay.
folders as well. Okay, these are basic things. It's not necessary. Okay, going forward you can understand, but it's just to try to understand that how we can operate this application. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then good. I think, yeah, we can close the call today. Okay.
Okay. Please
So if
please
any
share the link
questions you have,
actually. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
you have any questions?